was built to last. With the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past. With all I'm achieving, got my foot on the gas. Never stop competing. If you break my glass, then this life's gonna end.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy, think that it was meant to be. Living in a time where disease is on every screen. I won't let them fester me, I know most are festering. Negativity is a plague for the mentally weak. No mercy, all I got is working. Never stop searching, never quench the thirsty. I'm toxic and psychotic, with this logic you can't stop it. It's been chronic since I was a boy, so neurotic and chaotic.
Built to last. With the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past. With all I'm achieving, got my foot on gas. Never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's gonna eat 'em. Make mistakes real fast, then you learn how to beat 'em. If you take off the cast, you can see all the healing. If the pain's in the past, move on from the grieving. Put your foot on the gas, no, never stop competing, yeah.
I've been doing this, I'm on it. I just wanna be iconic. Sipping on a gin and tonic, got me going off when I'm on this topic, yeah. If I ever play, I want it. You know that I'm always honest. Stay away from those who are toxic. Keep them out your face, no way, you don't want it, yeah. Don't try to drain my energy. The enemy is everything. It's mentally, unhealthily, spreading like a rare disease. But I won't let it get to me. I don't need your therapy. I can leave a legacy of leading by intensity. Come on, we can fight this. Freedom is priceless. Spread just like a virus. Living in a crisis. Do you feel courageous? Do you seek greatness? Trust me, you can take it. Go on and take your aim. Yeah.
Built to last. With the webs I'm weaving, I could change the past. With all I'm achieving, got my foot on gas. Never stop competing. If you break like glass, then this life's
Thank you. Thank you, babes. All right. Biscuit swapped. Really good play. All right. Okay. New game. We have a recommend playing Counter in 4 do you want to see recap? Oh wait, I gotta let stream. I have to message stream. There's a recap option when you press game. Need to wait for you. Recap is honestly a good idea because it's been, let me check. When did I last play Happy Rain? It was like when was that? That was a while ago. 2 to 3 years-ish? That was like 2 years. Hello! I'm sorry if I, like, unnecessarily like called you away from something important because I remember you were talking about family stuff, but as soon as this popped up I'm like, oh, this is perfect, especially if you didn't have time to do any sort of recap before this. This is perf. I'll go ahead and say yes, I do want the recap.
In 1995, my grandfather died in Conwell Springs,
Her
my
voice is
hometown.
way different.
I returned for the funeral after being away since childhood.
Oh, am I supposed to?
In 1995, I returned for...
Oh, my bad.
However, something happened to him in the woods, putting him in a vegetative state for over a decade.
Is that for both of you?
I learned that my grandpa had been investigating strange occurrences surrounding a mysterious presence in the forest. However, something happened to him in the woods, putting him in a vegetative state for over a decade.
I so apologize. I do have a crunchy snack, but I'm leaning way back before I eat it. I shipped these two,
To solve this mystery, I teamed up with Eileen Summers, my college roommate. A Christian nerd and a biker badass. It was a match made in heaven.
I shipped the hell out of these two women from the first game. Oh, sorry.
A local church turned out to harbor a secret cult worshipping the malevolence in the woods, referring to it as the Old God.
Okay.
An endangered hallucinogenic flower, the red scythe, was somehow connected to the old god's power. As we came closer to the truth, a servant of the old god made himself known in dreams and visions, the Crimson One, a scheming trickster.
Yeah, the first game is genuinely insane. Really, really good though. I'm sorry I keep clicking out. It's genuinely an awesome game. I was so happy that they came out with it. Oh yeah, and then she gets kidnapped by the church, the priest.
Things came to a head when the priest of the corrupt church, Isaac Price, abducted Eileen, intending to offer her to the old god. I managed to track them down and have Isaac thrown in jail, but Eileen was in a catatonic state and was about to suffer the same fate as my grandfather.
Okay.
I continued alone and found my way into a great field of red scythes in the depths of the forest.
Red scythe.
Greeted by the Crimson One, I descended into the old god's bizarre realm, a place straddling the line between the physical and the otherworldly.
Red scythe is a type of flower, by the way.
The powers of that place tried to break me. My past trauma was manifested and turned against me, including my shadow, an evil doppelganger.
I need to Google when the first game came out versus when this game came out, because she sounds so different.
I defeated these foes and emerged back into the real world. As I left Conwell Woods, I set the flowers ablaze to eradicate the evil at its root. In my absence, Isaac Price took the coward's way out in his jail cell. When I returned, Eileen had awoken. She was safe. It was time for us both to go back home.
I think the only important thing that is left out of this small little recap is that the game really had some crazy introspection about abortion. She's beautiful, she is stacked, and her and Eileen would make a beautiful couple. Golden Retriever Christian girlfriend and hot goth girlfriend. They had some crazy things to say about abortion. Definitely for abortion, but the way they went around addressing that, like the clip that I have on the Twitch channel and that is gonna be uploaded on YouTube, it's the one where he's getting whisked away like a crane game. That was fucking crazy. And the game really leans into is this magical shit going on, or like is Kathy crazy? Because and they didn't address her mom. Yeah, crazy, just like very staunch, not beating around the bush at all. Kathy's mom whisked her away when she was younger, and she never got to meet her grandparents or her dad. So I'm surprised the recap didn't talk about her dad or her mom at all, but her mom was institutionalized for having mental health issues. And Kathy, during most of the game, she's like, oh, is this real, or am I going through what my mom went through? Like, am I just crazy, or is this shit actually going on? And then the dad, you never really meet the dad, but the game talks about her dad being absent and abandoning their family when she was younger, and how he was the leader of a biker gang and some other stuff. But it's a decent recap to get you set up for like the important parts of the story, I think. All right, let's start. I'm so excited. Mature audiences, graphic depictions of horror, explicit violence, suicide, and other disturbing imagery. Discretion advised. Press any key or mouse button to proceed. I'm so excited. This, I'm gonna have to get carried. I'm hoping someone else that follows me that's good at puzzles will maybe happen upon this stream and join us, because I'm gonna be really bad at the puzzle part, because this is a lot more intense than A Little to the Left. May 20th, 1998, day 1. Oh. Oh, her apartment? Kitty!
We're closed.
Oh wow, she looks great.
For fuck's sake.
My cat when I won't let her in the bathroom. It's like a cursor. A coin.
Hey, kid.
Whoa.
Oh, Lucas.
Gee, what happened to you? Looks like somebody's been through the ringer.
You should mind your own business, old man, before I bring up your ex-wife.
Hey now, I'm just looking out for a former student of mine. You're always my business.
Oh, I bet I am. That's the only way a has-been like you could ever stay relevant.
Ha! Yeah, that must be it. Now, you gonna invite me in?
Real quick, I'm gonna let you know that like one of my main gripes about the first game is the way that she goes around being abrasive. Is sometimes it's funny and it works, and sometimes I'm like, why the hell would you say that to another adult out loud? So just warning you, I have the feeling that that sort of dialogue chain is gonna happen in this game as
Just
well.
let me stand here like an asshole.
Fine, come in then. You want some coffee?
Yeah, I got enough, old sis, thank you very much. That brew you make is rancid.
Oh, I did that on purpose. I wanted to do detective work.
It works
not
because
dumb
it's the
chores like some
90s.
airbrained secretary.
Her being in the 90s,
Feigning incompetence, huh?
style of dialogue makes sense.
Clever move.
I guess so. I just wish that shrewdness of mine could make me some money.
There's my segue. Did you hear the news on the Soothsayer?
I never took you for a sucker, Lucas. This is Cassidy. There's no way that reward is legit.
You're wrong. Mayor Adams is different. He's the real deal.
And you know this how exactly?
Well, because it just so happens that I was hired to find dirt on the guy. I got nada. Zip. He's a total Boy Scout.
Whatever. We're still talking about a serial killer. Do I look suicidal to you?
Kinda. You passed out at noon, stinking of booze, and that eviction notice hanging over your head isn't doing you any favors.
That's none of your concern. I'm handling it. I just need a goddamn case. A normal case. Free of homicidal maniacs.
Don't know what to tell you, kid. Things are looking kinda dry on that front, you dig?
Oh, God. Please don't try to sound hip, Lucas. Your Dick Tracy imitation is cringeworthy enough.
I suppose you could always pawn off that bike of yours. Buy you another month or two.
Tell him, Mildred. Lose the Catmobile? I'd rather chop off my left tit.
I may be a has-been, but I'm fairly sure that self-mutilation won't do you much good. A couple $100K, on the other hand.
I love money just as much as the next girl, but, I mean, this isn't just a long shot. It's about as likely as Mildred turning vegan and taking up juggling.
Come on, one more case, for old time's sake. 50-50 split. How could anyone beat my rugged charm and your youthful vigor?
Lucas, we both know you're about as charming as a clown at a funeral. And the last time I saw my vigor was 3 tequila bottles ago.
All right. I know what I'm beating. I'll drop it.
Look, thanks for the tip. I might actually take a shot at that bounty, but you need to accept that we're not a team anymore. We had a good run, but I have my own thing going. Look, see? My name is on the frosted glass and everything.
I can respect that. You're not allergic to a little quid pro quo from time to time, though, are you?
Now, that I can do. That's how the world works anyway. It's all just an endless circle jerk of quid pro fucking quo.
I don't quite see things that way, but my door is always open if you'd like to discuss the case.
Sure. May the best woman win.
You telling me I'd look good in a dress? Later, kid.
Bye, Lucas.
Yeah, they really elevated her character design in a really cool way. She was a college student in the first game. So now she's...
Well, it's not like I have anything
late
better
20s,
to do.
early 30s.
I should have information on the Soothsayer somewhere in this room.
Now, one thing, unfortunately, sorry, apologies. One thing I need to do is I need to pull up my Where's my... This is probably the... Nope. Where is my... Because I need to keep it. And I don't know why, but it's not working. My YouTube stream output. I feel like it's not working. I need to maybe like re-examine that or reconnect. But the past couple times I've tried to stream on YouTube, it just doesn't connect. Nah. That's okay. I was also looking for I was looking for my double chat where I can watch the Twitch chat and the if I can't get it together in like 30 seconds, then I'll move on with my life. Because this is I've found my biggest issue with this shit is why does it not, my thing is, why does it not work? You know what? Okay, never mind. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Alright. Let's move on. I can't say her name. The name of the woman the game is about. Alright. I'll try. Let's see what we got. Unpaid bills.
What bills? Never saw those. Nope, no siree.
Alright, keep me accountable.
Yeah. Maybe there's something about the killings in these papers. All right. I found a few interesting articles about the most recent murder.
Cool. Lockpicks, Zippo lighter, stun gun, notebook. Deborah. Soothsayer targets best-selling author. Cassidy's serial killer hits a high-profile victim. At age 49, the one and only Deborah Sinclair was tragically taken from us. She was stabbed to death on May 8th in her iconic cabin. The chilling signature mirror left on the scene made it clear that she had become yet another Soothsayer victim. Dock strike continues. The city docks remain silent as workers' strike enters week 3. Talks between union leaders and Beaver. Science fair winners announced. Bright young minds converged at the annual city science fair last weekend. Mariah Chen, 15, secured top prize with her innovative water purification device, making a promising step towards a cleaner, greener future. This is 1990. I can't see at the top of the right-hand corner. Talks between union leaders and management have stalled, causing significant disruptions to trade on the Mississippi. Pest control experts. That'll be important to remember. Can we get commentary from her? Okay. What else? We are told by sources in the Cassidy Police Department that there was no sign of a break-in and no items of value were stolen. The cause of death came as no surprise, acute blood loss caused by sharp force trauma. The circumstances surrounding this crime were strikingly similar to the original casualty of the Soothsayer, Rose Taylor, also a middle-aged woman stabbed to death in her home. This makes 5 victims in 3 months, and the lack of results on the case is starting to anger the citizens of Cassidy. Mayor Adams gave the following statement on May 11th. I'll be there first to admit that I hope to see swifter progress concerning these killings. We plan to evaluate more radical measures in the coming weeks. The chief of police had no comment. Rivera's mural finish. Renowned muralist Julio Rivera's latest masterpiece finally adorns the city center, weaving a visual narrative of resilience, aspiration, and hope. And then final Cassidy mine closed. On May 11th, the only remaining active mine in the greater Cassidy area ceased its operations, marking the end of an era. One cannot help but wonder if the city of Gleam will be able to find a new identity to fill the void that is most lucrative industry left behind. Very, very cool. Next page. It's 1998. I'll have to see. I don't remember what year the previous game was in, but I think she's probably at least 30 or I think because she was in college, but she was like towards the end of her college career. So she had to be 22, 23. Now I'm assuming probably like 30. Soothsayer viciously murders Deborah Sinclair. The famous writer's life has met an abrupt end. I should start, when I play these type of games, I should start keeping a notebook next to me or something. Sinclair with her signature Yao Pon tea. Oh, this is so much reading. Okay, we'll start. We are devastated to report that the 5th victim of the Soothsayer Soothsayer was none other than the acclaimed author Deborah Sinclair, one of the most recognized faces of Cassidy. Loyal readers of Sinclair may realize that the previous victim, Jane Doe, was slain on the publication anniversary of Storm Chaser, one of Sinclair's classic novels. A simple coincidence, or do these murders have a deeper connection to the author? The murder occurred in Sinclair's famous writer's retreat near the border of the national park. The National Park Service was first on the site and is currently in control of the crime scene. Can the National Park Service do that? Take control of a murder site? As the NPS lacks the necessary training and resources just keep reading, and I would have figured that out. We should expect that the crime scene will soon be handed over to the Soothsayer Task Force at the KPD. For now, the body has been transferred to a city morgue, awaiting clearance for a pathological examination. Chief Ranger Samuel Walker had the following comment. We are still establishing all of the facts surrounding this crime. Please be patient. We all want to do right by Deborah. Deborah Sinclair was a longtime friend of the Gazette and led a prolific life with more than 30 novels published during her lifetime. Wow, good job. On this sad day, we mourn the loss of a cultural icon, and we pray that her death will be the last at the hands of the vile Soothsayer. Some power, something concerns. A massive West Side power outage last night raises questions about Cassidy's aging electrical infrastructure and the urgent need for modernization and investment. Grand opening of Marnie's, new best tightener in town, open 24 hours a day. Historic statue vandalized. The iconic statue of Founders Square was defaced last night with anarchist propaganda spread across its base. Authorities are investigating a worrying link to the ever-growing sprawl. Cassidy's Evelyn of Los Angeles' infamous Skid Row, so a unhoused population, it seems. Wow. No, don't leave.
All right, I think that's everything I've got on Deborah in here. When I'm ready to leave, I should be able.
Your voice is a little too loud for me, babe. Sorry. Just everything. Just a little too loud.
To learn more about the other victims at the library.
I feel like that did not lower her voice at all. Beach. Okay. Soothsayer, Deborah Sinclair. How long is the word ban for? I completely forgot about it while I was reading the newspaper. It kind of left my brain immediately. Okay, what else?
The city we're in, unfortunately.
Right. Fan?
My biggest fan, as depressing as that is.
Oh my. Books?
Various reference books and technical manuals.
What else? Say.
Empty. All this gumshoe has left to pawn is her dignity.
Phone. And article.
An article in the Chicago Tribune about the Whitmore affair. My big breakthrough case last year. I've been meaning to get it framed, but I've been too busy with important things. You know, like drinking alone.
Not the Civ ad. I paused.
When there's new messages, it blinks. It's high-tech like that.
1998. Phone book.
The Yellow Pages. Handy for looking up people and businesses.
Oh. I don't think we can use these here.
Huh.
That's fine.
No dice. Hardly a shocker, she was a celebrity.
Okay. Wait, do we have a checklist? Oh, research this. Okay. Phone book. Bulletin board.
Just outdated casework. Can't bring myself to take them down.
Fair.
My private investigator's license, issued last year. I was worried how Lucas would react, so I applied for it behind his back. I couldn't have been more wrong, though. That old fart has been nothing but supportive since then. Just out. It's a plastic laminator, a machine used to encase paper and other thin objects in transparent plastic. I mainly use it for fake IDs.
You didn't miss much. I just wrapped up looking around the room. It was literally just, I can't call anyone now, and oh, this is what an answering machine does, and it's a bulletin board full of stuff. So, nothing too crazy. Camera. Let me take a picture of the cat.
I should grab this in case I need to snap some shots.
And I would love to take a picture of the cat. Drawer.
That cranky drawer is stuck good. I know Eileen had some magic trick to get it open.
Eileen.
Too bad she's not around.
Eileen. Oh, living area? Radio?
My radio, with a built-in cassette player. I prefer the quiet right now.
Okay.
I don't see any locks there.
Nope. Yeah.
My Michiru in...
Oh, I can't.
Better not. Knowing me, I'll end up with no film left and a million goofy cat photos.
True. Resist the urge to immortalize. Not true.
Mildred's abode. Nothing out there but a brick wall and a bucket load of misery.
Alright, Mildred.
Who's the best fluff ball?
Oh.
Couldn't agree more.
Oh, so cute. One more time.
Plotting world domination as usual, Mildred?
Oh.
I better get those pets in then.
Wait, does she have multiple different responses? I'm getting as many achievements
I've already
as I
caught
can.
myself a little serial killer, haven't I? Your secret's safe with me. Looking for something to pounce on?
Yay!
Oh, I bet.
Say anything else? I want to get all the cat pets in as possible.
Who's the cutest predator around here? Oh, yes, you are.
They made the meows so adorable. Aw.
Who's my perfect?
Okay. Whoa.
That's my vicious.
She got mad at us. Last
Who's
one?
the best
Okay,
fluff ball?
We've cycled back to the beginning.
Couldn't agree more.
Love you, Mildred. Okay, let's check out the living area before we... Check out the rest of the apartment before... Hold on. Junk box?
Every biker worth her salt has got a box like this somewhere. Extra helmets. Eileen used to wear one of them when we...
When you what?
Well, back when things were different.
When you were dating?
Useful things for when the Catmobile needs a tune-up.
When you were together? Oh, this is a... I want this. Very nice little display area. Lava lamp?
Yeah, I figured the room needed some extra groove.
I bet you...
I wish, but if I don't shape up and get some work done, I'm gonna end up sleeping somewhere way less comfy.
I bet you the fan... Kathy will automatically go to bed when you've completed all daily tasks. Oh, that's nice. I'm gonna leave the hints on until further notice.
Oh, cryptic chaos. Can't wait till they're back in town.
I bet the fans...
Manhunt. I prefer their old material, but their latest album wasn't half bad.
I bet the fans rioted enough that they were like, you gotta put Eileen and Kathy together. They broke them up or something. That
Maybe
would be
later.
great.
The red one goes better with this set.
Are they dating? Worse. They worked on a murder case together.
I shouldn't need to bring that. There's storage on the bike if I need it.
Okay.
I
Weird.
better put that away later, for Mildred's sake. That little rascal has proven that, yes, cats can get drunk.
Gonna fix this lamp? Why is it named Lampy?
How's it hanging, Lampy?
check out.
Still same old Cassidy, City of Gleam. It's a photo I took of the West End Bridge here in the city back in the day. Teenage Kathy had one of those artsy photographer phases.
Postcard?
A postcard left by Jimmy Cochran, that strange old geezer I met at a mental institution a few years ago.
Oh, yeah.
He was discharged a year after we met, and for some reason, he seems to think I had something to do with it.
You did. Girl, do you not remember the events of the previous game? You
I
did.
better not open that. Wouldn't want the mold to spread.
Fair. What else here?
Keeps me in perfect timing.
Oh. Wait, is this a photo of them? That looks like, hold on, we're going there last, but that looks like a photo of both of them. Okay. Oven?
Standard electric oven. Barely used.
Okay. Dirty dishes? Dirty dishes?
No time to do the stupid dishes. I've got a case to solve.
We're sleeping on the couch. You have plenty of time.
Various spices and condiments, gathering dust.
Coffee?
Ugh, don't make me hurl. I'm way too hungover for coffee.
Okay. Make a,
Nah, I'll live with my current face.
make a brush? We need that?
This might be useful.
For fingerprints, maybe? I bet. Fingerprints. Here?
Uh-oh. That's quite a tequila face you got there, Kathy.
Okay, I'm looking at this picture, and she better make some sort of comment about how they were, like, lovers. I know that's her. I recognize
Eileen
her.
and me. Before Rain investigation started going downhill.
Oh, okay.
We worked great together, didn't we? I wish things didn't have to go the way they did.
What happened? It's the perfect setup for a romance. Eileen Summers escapes her strong, intense, like, religious background to become a lover of Kathy Rain, a hit detective. It's, oh, closet.
My walk-in closet. It's a real mess in there. I better not open the door or I'd risk
That
spilling
really,
all sorts
I
of
wish
shit
things
out
didn't
here.
have to go the way they did. It has to be a breakup. It has to be a breakup. Wait, what was that thing on the, sorry. What was that thing on the ground? Is that important or is that just like background art? This thing? No, it's just background art. Okay, let's leave. I think we've done a thorough apartment search. So we can just, yeah, I think we can just go. Bye, Mildred. Oh, I love this is from the previous game, it was this as well. It was her on a motorcycle traveling in the, so this is where her apartment. Oh, we're going to the library. Very cool. That is like, that is lesbian commentary. I know they were lovers. Okay, let me see. We gotta, this is that type of game where we gotta click on every fucking thing. So let me see. Poster.
No thanks. Ballet is not my kind of scene.
Girl, I know. Umbrellas?
Nah, I got one at home.
I didn't see one. Damn.
That an actual avocado tree? Sure looks the part.
Okay, maybe we'll need avocados for something in the future. Plaque.
A plaque with some prominent donors. Interestingly, Deborah Sinclair is listed here.
Oh. App?
So apparently if there's a fire, I'm supposed to run through those gigantic double doors 10 feet away. Phew, I'm saved.
Hey, shut up. Librarian. We're gonna have to eventually distract the librarian to get into that computer, I bet.
Ugh, plenty of bad memories from this place. Being forced here for school was the worst. The old librarian lady was the meanest hag you could imagine, and she had it out for me from the start.
Alright, no. Okay, post office boxes magazine pack. Okay, let's talk to the librarian first. Dude.
Hi, I need some
Looks
help,
like a
please.
steward.
Of course.
Whoa.
How can I be of assistance?
Deborah Sinclair.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
Quite a bit. Do you have a more specific line of inquiry?
Oh, I don't want to ask about the murder straight away. Or her private life, that's invasive. Just died. Was she popular?
Was Deborah a popular author?
Oh, yes. Even before her death, afterwards her popularity has reached astronomical levels.
I can imagine. Borrowing one of her books now is out of the question, right?
Correct. 6 months wait minimum.
Dang.
Yeah, I figured.
I wish this would go away after I've already asked it.
What
Or,
kind
like,
of books did Deborah write?
change color.
She dabbled in many different genres over the years, but her main bulk of work could probably be defined as horror, mystery, or a combination of the two. Afflicted, Dead Ends Meet, and the Jenny Payne trilogy are some of her most well-known titles.
Huh, okay. Was she working on a new book when she died?
I believe so, yes. But I don't have any details to share.
Okay. Yeah, like I wish after you asked these they like faded in color. Or
What do you
something,
know about
'cause
the
I know
murder?
I'm gonna forget.
I believe she was killed at her writer's retreat, stabbed to death. The police say the MO was similar to the other victims, with the shattered mirror and all that.
Where's this writer's retreat located exactly?
There's an area called Bear Creek, just on the border of the national park. Sinclair owned a small cabin there.
All right, got it. That's a decent drive, so I think I'll head out there tomorrow.
Alright. Ooh. Private
What do you
life.
know about Deborah's private life?
She had quite an interesting life. Adopted as a child, and her adoptive father, Sebastian Willis Sinclair, was an accomplished author in his own right. Deborah's birth mother was a young homeless woman, and her father was a Native American. Deborah
Why
spent
was
much
it
of her
important to
life
say that
trying
she
to
was
track down her biological father, unsuccessfully. Perhaps in some part due to her roots, Deborah's books have often contained subject matter inspired by Native American religion. She was childless and unmarried when she passed away. Rumors say she was gay, but God knows tabloids are
We're
quick to
getting
jump to
crazy,
conclusions. I don't think she ever clarified that matter to the public.
The stream is
If you
45
are
minutes
curious
in, and
to
we're
learn
talking
more,
a lot about
I would
lesbians.
highly recommend her acclaimed autobiography, Unbound.
Oh, I might check that out. Thanks for the information.
They cannot allude to a breakup between these two women, Eileen and Kathy, and then talk about how the writer, the victim, Deborah Sinclair, might have been gay. They can't dangle it in front of us and not actually commit and do it. The Soothsayer.
I'm looking to find some information on the Soothsayer.
Ah, quite a few people have taken an interest in that case lately.
That's so. Well, I'm not scared of a little competition. So, you got anything for me?
Yes, I would direct you to the microfilm viewer at the end of the hall. We have full scans of all of the major newspapers dating all the way back to the 50s.
Perfect. I should be able to browse those for some articles about the murders.
Indeed. If I may ask, what is your own interest in the case?
You probably heard there's a reward, right? I'm a PI, and money is tight, so...
I see. I suppose we each have our own ways to make a living.
I think that's... I don't think I can... Oh, this?
I don't see a reason to show him...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Stun him.
I don't want to show...
Okay.
Thanks. I'll come back if I have more questions.
Very well. Good luck.
Okay, we'll stop.
You can rent one of those if you lack a fixed address. Let's hope things don't come to that.
Magazine
A
rack?
bunch of magazines. Mostly celebrity gossip, it looks like.
We'll check it out. Oh, there's a pretty library. Interact with any bookshelf?
If I need a book, I should use the computer.
Alright. That energy bus.
Some local hero from the Civil War, I think? Well, either that or Beethoven. That guy gets around.
Alluding that Beethoven is slutty. Printer, computer, cap. Let's go to the microfilm at the end of the hall, and then we'll come back and investigate this area. Microfilm.
It's one of those advanced microfilm.
Oh, we have to get the microfilm.
Some antique world map centered on the US. 1800s, maybe?
Sure. Oh, okay.
Okay, let's
Oh.
see here.
Excuse me.
It would take ages to look through all the microfilms since the killings began. So maybe I can figure out on what date the murder prior to Deborah's occurred.
Oh no!
Hopefully I can deduce the date of the previous murder from the articles I picked up at the office.
Our first
When I have a good date written
puzzle.
down, I can view the corresponding microfilm and look for useful information.
Our first puzzle. Okay. Let me see. Get fourth victim
I should try to figure out when the previous murder happened and then
Okay. So let's go to our newspaper articles we picked up. Okay. So she was the May 8th is when she was killed. The original one was Rose Taylor. 5 victims. Okay, so she was the 5th. The first one was Rose Taylor. In 3 months. So March, April, and May is when all these murders occurred. The 5th victim was Deborah Sinclair. The previous victim, Jane Doe, was slain on the publication anniversary of Storm Chaser. Publication anniversary of Storm Chaser. So we need to find out when the publication was of Storm Chaser. And that is the date in which she was the previous one. Okay. Storm Chaser. Storm Chaser. Author Deborah Sinclair. Publication date was 4/25/1987. So the previous victim, Jane Doe, was killed on 4/5. Storm Chaser is an epic tale of a Native American warrior who sets on a great quest to save his tribe from American settlers. Okay, 4/25. What else can we look up here? Maybe 4/25. I'll remember. I'll look at the first. I don't want to lose our first task, so let's do our first task. 4/25. So, the 25th. Yeah, that was when.
All right, I've got a date written down. I can use that to find the corresponding microfilm.
Nice. Anything else interesting?
We're still in May.
Okay. Cool. Microfilm shelves. So need the one.
Yeah,
from
this date should be good.
4/5.
I'll search through a week or so of microfilm, starting from the date I've written down. Hopefully I can find some useful information on the previous victim.
Yup. Nice. That wasn't too bad.
Yes, there we go. I'll have these printed. All right, rinse and repeat. I should try to determine the previous microfilm date based on the information in these new pages. That way I can make my way back from article to article, victim to victim, until I get all the way to the first murder.
Okay.
Let's see here.
So we're date chasing. Okay. Burns Jane Doe alive. Alright. The infamous Soothsayer has cranked up the heat on his killing spree as his latest victim, A young woman in her early 20s was determined to have been brutally burned alive on cause of the death occurred on the night of April 25th. Due to the state of the remains, Jane Doe's identity has been difficult to ascertain. Dental work, no matching dental records, not a local. Incapacitated. Public site risky for the Soothsayer, banked on the fact that dissident witnesses assumed that the fire came from a nearby fire pit. The mayor offered this comment: as unpleasant as it is, I must ask you to be patient. Let Ed, Cassidy Chief of Police Edgar Mitchell Brown, and his team do their job. KPD has my full confidence in this matter, and City Hall stands vigilant to assist in any way we can. Oh my god, thank you. My computer is not that far away from where my seat is, but I was like leaning over, really hunched and focused on reading these. Okay. For our extensive coverage of the previous victim, Deacon Townsend, see issue number 842. That might be relevant. Martin Schultz. Martin Schultz had a heart attack. Cassie Dust Rally. Okay, Deacon Townsend, issue 842. Soothsayer has claimed a fourth victim, unidentified woman, 18 years old. Her charred remains were found in the outskirts of Cassidy near the overlook at Constance Hill. COD yet to be determined. Do not seem to share any obvious gender, age, occupation, social class. Okay, so no set MO. The killings have all occurred within the greater Cassidy area over a period of 3 months, which would indicate that the Soothsayer is somewhere local to the area. The Cassidy Chief of Police has announced the investigation of these killings will be taken over by the newly created Soothsayer Task Force. Edgar Mitchell Brown said the following during a press conference on April 26. As of May 1st, the so-called Soothsayer slayings will be investigated by a dedicated task force of 8 senior detectives, handpicked from various divisions at the Cassidy Police Department. Rest assured that this elite group has every resource at its disposal. When asked whether or not the FBI would involve, Mitchell Brown replied, "There's no federal jurisdiction in this case. I have no further comment." We'll take it, because that has frequently criticized the Cassidy Police Department for their errors in the past, but credit where credit is due, this is a step in the right direction. Center Park Revival. Okay, so we're looking for Deacon Townsend. Alright. Yeah, Deacon Townsend.
I know where Constance Hill is, but that's a fair distance from the city. Better save it for tomorrow.
Sure.
For now, I'll put Jane Doe on hold and see what I can find about the previous murder victim.
Deacon Townsend. Did I look that up here? Deacon Townsend?
Microfilms containing images of scan.
Oh, okay, so I have to know the date. How would I find out? Let me look at that again. Issue 842 of the Cassidy Sum. Could I look up the Cassidy Sum? I guess it's just a book search. So I don't think it would pull up anything. No. Maybe I can ask. I'll ask the front desk guy. But if he can't give me anything, then I will do some more diligent like puzzle solving. Hydrate, I will, thank you.
One more thing.
Yes?
Consider me hydrated. We'll ask about
What
Jane
do you
Doe.
know about Jane Doe, the fourth Soothsayer victim?
Apart from Deborah Sinclair, I can't offer much insight on the Soothsayer victims.
Okay, maybe he can.
The microfilms were a great help.
Oh, that's...
Okay, it seems like...
I don't...
Okay,
Thanks.
Very well.
alright. It seems like we do need to go back and we need to do some more investigation. Okay, let's see. So, 8:45, April 29th. Let's see if we can get anything here about the previous victim. The death occurred on the night of April 25th. This is the 4th victim, Jane Doe, burned alive. Despite unless Deacon Townsend is something else. Attention. Okay, 4th victim. Talking about the 3rd victim. Deacon Town. How do I get another issue of the news? Maybe does it? Oh no. To mention it in the other article, maybe in town. I don't think they mentioned 3rd victim. Because we know Rose Taylor was the first one. I don't think they mentioned Deacon Townsend for the 3rd victim. Or a date connected to the 3rd victim. How do I find out?
It's one of those.
Hey, how do I find out?
If I need a book,
I don't think it's in the. Okay, so what? Let's look at our notes.
I should continue working my way backwards. There should be enough information in the late.
Okay, it seems like I'm just not seeing the date. I'm not investigating. Okay, so what all dates? The death occurred for the 4th victim on April 25th, so April 25th is not attached to it. Let's just scan for dates. Scan for dates. So killings all occurred over a period of 3 months, so we know it's in. The only other date here is May 1st, where they started the task force, but I don't know. I don't think when the date they started the task force is the day that the 3rd victim was killed. April 26th. I guess we could try it. May 1st. Let's try May 1st. I don't think that's right though. May 1st. Oh, it is May 1st? Oh my god. Was I just overthinking it?
That's the date I selected in the calendar. I can either.
Oh, so okay, that's just our guess. Let's try it.
Ah, looks like there are no microfilms at all for the month of May.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense. Well, not a biggie. I already checked the more recent.
Okay. That's good information. Thank you. Okay. So it's nothing in the month of May. So it has to be March or April. March and April are the dates we're looking for this previous victim. I'm stretching. I promise. I might need help. Okay. Deacon Townsend. How do I find something else about in Townsend? And how do I find access to the issue? So my thing is I think I'm just not seeing a date. The conductor suffered a heart attack on Easter, but Deacon Townsend is not, like Martin Schultz or not the. I guess I could click on the Easter and see if and see if there's something interesting there. And oh, okay, it gets covered up. Let's try Easter Sunday first. See if there's anything about Easter Sunday that's interesting.
No. I don't think this... I can't waste time by checking every date. I should look for the date of the previous murder in the sequence before I browse the microfilm.
Well, babe, I'm looking for it, I promise. Alright, so I'm just missing something. Maybe I need to look closer. It wasn't too hard to find the first one. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard to find the... Oh. Is there a way to find... Is maybe the other newspaper article in magazine stand? Oh, I might have to Google
A
it.
bunch of magazines.
Alright. Is there a newspaper stand by the front that I can click on? No, it doesn't look like it. Alright. Seems like the answer is something obvious that I'm missing, so... Okay.
I should continue working my way backwards. There should be enough...
Okay, so... what we need is in this. Okay. The death occurred on the night of the 25th for the 4th victim. The 3rd victim's name is Deacon Townsend. Deacon Townsend. How do we find out the date that... $8:42. I don't have 8:42 on me, do I? Of the sun? No, I don't. Yeah, they're different news. So it wasn't May 1st. Would it be April 26th? That's the only other date. Maybe let's try April 26th. 26th. Alright.
Worth a shot?
Ooh, did I get something from that? Yes, what is it? What'd I get?
Rats. I was hoping to find issue number 842 here.
Oh.
I guess the Sun is not a daily paper.
Okay.
Oh, and Jane Doe died on April 25th to boot, didn't she? That's the day before this. Seems unlikely that the murders were that close.
Thank you for the hint, Mrs. Rain. Miss Rain. Okay, so is it a weekly paper? So let me see. Open it up again. It's a weekly paper. So Wednesday, 8:45. And this is April 20. I need to look at an actual calendar for this. Okay, April 29. We want to go back 3 weeks. Yeah, 45. Yeah, 432. So we want to go back 3 weeks from the 29th. 3 weeks from the 29th of April. So 1, 2, 3. The 8th? Is that one? Is it a weekly paper? Did it come out the 8th?
Yes, this should be the right date.
Yes.
Let's see here.
I love solving puzzles.
Okay, let's have a look.
Deacon Townsend. Hell yeah. Alright. Deacon. Oh, okay. Let's read this. It seems like these are actually important, so let's look at them. Deborah Sinclair book set for Hollywood adaptation of her novel. Cassie's own author Deborah Sinclair is making waves as her best-selling novel Thorns of the Wild is slated for movie adaptation. Sinclair made the following statement: "It's about time. Hollywood hasn't been able to recognize the cinematic potential of my work, and I sincerely hope this marks the beginning of a great collaboration. And to my fans out there, rest assured that I will retain full creative control. I won't let anyone ruin my babies." That's really cool. Chief of Police's phone hacked. Unidentified phone hackers, so-called breakers, hijacked the phone line and prank called the Chief of Police last week, shouting obscenities and sexual innuendos. According to a statement by the chief, their motive appears to be retaliation for the police raid on the cyber-shacked internet cafe last month. Wade Industries, that's from the previous game as well. Wade Industries opens new factory amid controversy. Wade Industries' new factory complex in the city has opened, promising thousands of jobs. However, the company's anti-union stance has sparked criticisms. Rumors of backroom deals quieting the unions are rife, leading to a divided public opinion. While many welcome the economic boost, others question the long-term implications for the workers' rights and the integrity of the deal-making process. Okay. We are sad to report that a third member of our community has been taken by the so-called Soothsayer and appears to be the Cassidy's first serial killer. The victim's name was Benedict Townsend, age 51. Our sources say that his death occurred on April 3rd and that Townsend was likely murdered in a staged suicide by hanging. Townsend served as a deacon at the King of Kings Catholic Church, an old congregation dating back to the early 1900s. He was a beloved figure in the community, well known for his voluntary work. This is screaming religious cult to me. I know there's going to be a religious cult attached to all this. Reverend Hugh Winters, the pastor for the King of Kings, had the following to say: "My heart aches for Ben's soul and everything he had left to give the world, but I would take some comfort in the fact that he is with the Lord now. And for the person or persons who did this to my friend, know that there will be a reckoning. Murder is a sin most vile, and God sees all." The King of Kings remains open as the crime occurred in the adjacent rectory building. However, the rectory will remain under lock and key until properly consecrated. I wonder if he actually did commit suicide, but they're trying to cover it up because, you know, suicide is very anti-religion. It's an act that most religions look down on. Debate over reviving the Lone Star. The Lone Star, the once popular Western-themed amusement park built on an old mining site in the 70s, may be revived and modernized. The facility was closed in 1994 after a series of accidents and ensuing lawsuits, but following a change of ownership, there are now tentative plans to resurrect the facility. City Hall has been aggressively investing in the entertainment sector as part of a wider strategy to promote Cassidy as a cultural hub, and this initiative would seem to align with that. Proponents argue that the Lone Star could boost tourism in the local economy, while critics raise concerns about safety and the preservation of the site's historical value. Mayor Adams has the following comment: "While we honor the park's past, including its tragedies, we see an opportunity to create a safe, modern attraction that respects our history." City Hall has declared that an open town hall meeting dedicated to this topic will be held later this month. Okay. Soothsayer linked to 3 murders, serial killer on the loose. 3 killings in 2 months, connected by foreboding signature. Alright, a lot of reading. Ooh, okay. Deacon Benedict Townsend, age 51, was found dead early on April 4th in the rectory of the King of Kings Catholic Church. The cause of death was determined to be hanging, but suicide has been ruled out by the KPD. Was it? An anonymous police source had the following to say: "Somebody else was involved. The positioning of the body and other logistics don't add up if he was alone." This scenario is eerily similar to that of Eric Holloway, the postman who met his demise on the anonymous full moon night. Okay, last month. Okay. So, full moon in March is when the previous victim, Eric Holloway, died. Remember that. His death was initially treated as a suicide, but later revised to a homicide. Now the Gazette brings you the exclusive scoop. Both of these killings, as well as the brutal stabbing of Nurse Rose Taylor back in February, are linked by an object left at the scene: a shattered obsidian mirror, colloquially referred to as a scrying mirror. These mirrors have been used since ancient times to see the future or communicate with the spirit world? Does the Soothsayer responsible for these murders have a religious motive? Our source continues, it's a signature. This killer is no hack. He hasn't left any other forensic evidence that can be traced back to him, so the mirror has to be deliberate. Townsend was a well-liked figure in the community, known for his charity work and a longtime member of the church. Cassidy Chief of Police Edgar Mitchell Brown gave the following comment. We are not classifying these homicides as serial offenses at this time, but trust that we have our finest on the case. My throat's getting dry. Ooh. We urge our readers to demand that Mitchell Brown recognizes that the citizens of Cassidy have been accursed with our first serial killer in recorded history. What is this? Fringilla, a playboard in the heart of our city, has captured the nation's attention. After a series of sold-out shows and rave reviews, the production is now set to tour nationally. Written by playwright Cassandra Beckett and set against the backdrop of Cassidy's rich history, the play's blend of drama, humor, and poignant storytelling has struck a chord with audiences. Its success is a testament to the city's thriving art scene. The national tour begins in early May and is poised to bring a piece of Cassidy's cultural spirit to the theaters across the country, showcasing the talent and creativity flourishing in our community. Very cool. Okay, so Eric Holloway, Full Moon, March. Yes. Now we're gonna go. Yes. Oh, okay. Lots of evidence.
Okay, I'll make sure to look into that church later and maybe find the address. For now, let's move on to victim number 2.
Yeah, victim 2 is Eric Holloway. Died on a full moon in March, so... Oh, it had to be the 27th. March 27th, full moon. Let's go. Don't tell me I'm wrong.
I'm on the right track with this date, but I think I've got the full moon and the new moon confused.
What is the difference? I don't know the difference between those. Oh, is it this? Okay, is it the 12th? I came in really confident, but is it the 12th?
Yes,
Okay.
this should be the right date. Let's see here.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know the difference between a full moon and a whole moon. Okay. Eric Holloway. Prominent suicide morphs into homicide. So much reading. I'm gonna have to make another cup of tea. Okay. Initially reported as a suicide, the death of Eric Holloway on March 12th has been officially reclassified by KPD as a homicide. Since this public death occurred, multiple reliable witnesses have come forward claiming that the victim was pushed off the roof of the building at 4 Verdant Street. However, there are no detailed descriptions of the perpetrator, likely due to the limited illumination of the roof area at night. Holloway led a quiet and simple life. Someone sneezed in the background noise of the library and it scared me. Working as a mailman for the city, and is said to have been well liked by his peers. However, there are unverified reports of mental health problems related to the death of his fiancée last year. Police sources told us there are links to the brutal mental stabbing of nurse Rose Taylor on Statehood Day, but were reluctant to share further details of an ongoing investigation. So Rose Taylor died on Statehood Day. We will find what that means later. Let's keep going. Symphony in the Streets, a creative protest for classical arts. In a unique display of dissent, supporters of classical arts in Cassidy orchestrated a Symphony in the Streets protest. Musicians, dancers, and actors from various classical disciplines performed impromptu pieces in key city locations, transforming sidewalks and public squares into stages. The harmonious yet powerful act was designed to draw attention to the need for balanced support for classical arts. Passers-by were treated to scenes from Shakespearean plays, excerpts from famous ballets, and live classical music performances. Eleanor Vincent, a renowned local conductor and one of the event's masterminds, shared her thoughts. Our goal was to show the beauty and relevance of classical arts in the same spaces largely dominated by modern art today. The support from the public has been overwhelming, so I believe we have succeeded. The event, both a protest and a celebration of classical art, served as a reminder of the genre's enduring impact on the city's cultural identity. The Gazette has reached out to Mayor Adams for a comment. Okay? And then what's here? Something restaurant. Celebrity chef Marco Durant recently unveiled Fusion on 5th, a new restaurant blending Asian and Western cuisines, promising an exciting and modern culinary experience. The restaurant is planning a grand opening on April 20th, but you may struggle to find a table. Durant has announced that they are booked in full until June. And then, oh, this is the Cyber Shack that they talked about in the previous article. Police raid Cyber Shack. The Cassidy Police Department has conducted a raid on the popular Cyber Shack internet cafe in connection with the traffic light hacking incident that occurred last month. The operation, part of an ongoing investigation into a sophisticated cyber attack that caused citywide traffic chaos, led to the seizure of several computers and electronic devices. Authorities have not released details on specific suspects, but confirmed that the raid was a significant step in the On Thursday, March 12th, grim fall under the full moon. On Thursday, March 12th at roughly 8 p.m., a 32-year-old man leapt from the roof of a 4-story apartment building at Verdant Street, instantly killing himself on the pavement below, making a grisly spectacle for neighbors and bystanders alike. 4-story is not high enough, I think, for if that's the way you want to go. You gotta go to at least like a 30-story building. Friends and neighbors claim that the victim had struggled with the death of his girlfriend. Fiance? Girlfriend. Maybe that's just like a... That's interesting. But no suicide note has been recovered. Events like this reiterate that mental health and grief counseling should be a national concern. That is true. With more resources available for vulnerable people in crisis, that is true. If you or anyone you know is having suicidal thoughts, you can reach to the National Suicide Hotline at 555-922-922, available 24/7. I think that's real. I think that's the actual suicide hotline number. Let's do the side ones. There's a something scandal city. Dr. Helen Baxter was forced to resign amidst fraud allegations. Accused of misappropriating university funds, Baxter faces criminal charges, raising serious concerns about KCU's governance and lack of oversight. Rare birds spotted. Birdwatchers and, oh my gosh, ornithologists alike are flocking to City Park after the rare crimson-winged finch was spotted, drawing attention to local biodiversity. The species was thought to be entirely extinct in the U.S., making the sighting a extraordinary historical event. God, so much reading. Wait, God forbid you have a stutter or some sort of speech impediment or something. Wade Empire heiress takes over Wade Industries. To the surprise, we talked to Erica Wade on the phone in the first game. She was the daughter of the guy we were trying to talk to, Charles Wade. To the surprise of many, Erica Wade, heiress of the billionaire Wade family, was recently appointed as the new CEO of Wade Industries. Erica replaces her father, Charles Wade, after an impressive tenure in the role spanning over 3 decades. Charles Wade had been expected to step down for some time due to persistent rumors of him suffering from late-stage Alzheimer's disease. However, the choice of Erica Wade is unconventional, primarily due to her lack of management experience. One of Erica's first acts as CEO was to conduct a dramatic reshuffling of the company's senior management. Our sources tell us that the Chief Operating Officer and Chief Financial Officer have been replaced, with potentially more to come. In a recent press release, Erica defended her actions as necessary for the company's future. Changes in leadership are essential to drive Wade Industries towards innovative and sustainable growth, she stated. We are aligning our team to better meet the challenges of our dynamic industry in these turbulent times. Despite her reassurances, these high-profile changes have only added to the uncertainty surrounding the company's direction. Stakeholders are now watching closely to see how these strategic moves will impact the company's performance and whether Erica can navigate Wade Industries through this period of upheaval and restore confidence among investors and staff. Sources close to the matter suggest a more sinister course of events. Never once in his decades as CEO had Charles ever considered her, Erica Wade, to be a serious candidate for management. This is a hostile takeover. A senior employee who wished to remain anonymous commented, "Yeah, a senior employee who got moved or fired or whatever." At market close yesterday, NASDAQ shared prices for Wade Industries dropped 18 points, marking one of the most significant single-day declines in the company history. That seems kind of like planting animosity and not like genuine. Okay, so what was the holiday? Is it on this page? Yeah. Okay. Deacon Eric. Rose Taylor on Statehood Day. So we need to find out what Statehood Day is. What's Statehood Day? Maybe hopefully it's just on the calendar.
Eric's address isn't too far away, but I should learn all I can here before I visit any of the crime scenes. Coming up last, the very first victim of the Soothsayer.
Okay, what's Statehood Day? Let's see. Statehood Day, here. The 5th. Alright.
Yes, this should be the right date. Let's see here.
Last one, and hopefully I don't have to read so much again. Alright. Let's read the side articles first. After 80 years, Cassidy's beloved Patterson Bakery has closed, ending an era. The bakery was known for traditional recipes and community presence. Union leader, mafia allegations. Frank DeVelli, the union, ousted following allegations of ties to organized crime. Accusations of his involvement with the mafia. Unanimous vote for removal. Scandal has rocked the union community. Faces a crucial period of reconstructing and regaining public trust. K9 unit. Cassidy Police Department has bolstered with an expansion. K9 unit. Dogs trained in narcotics detection, tracking, and public order tasks. These furry companions have become invaluable partners in our law enforcement endeavors, said Sergeant Maria Gonzalez. The department demonstrated the new team's capabilities in a public event, highlighting their advanced training and strong bond with their handlers to an overall positive public reception. Disrupts traffic system. On February 8th, a sophisticated cyber attack oh, this is the one they were talking about, why the cafe got ransacked. Alright. Satan is responsible for motel slaughter. A brutal... I keep wanting to tell the person in the background who keeps sneezing in the library, bless you. A brutal stabbing occurred at the Azure Sky Motel on February 5th, and our sources now say there is an occult angle to the killing, with some sort of artifact left on the scene. The husband of the victim was briefly detained, but released a day later. Law enforcement claims that he remains a person of interest, however, and confirmed that the cause of death was multiple stab wounds to the chest. Cassidy's art funding conundrum, classical versus modern. A debate is intensifying over the allocation of city funds to the arts, with a growing conflict between supporters, and this is what they were, the pop-up performances was about in the previous paper. Mayor Adams, it's vital that we embrace and nurture the diverse artistic expressions of our youth. Their creativity is the lifeblood of Cassidy's future as a cultural hub. However, the approach has not been without controversy. Elizabeth Hoffman, director of the Cassidy City Symphony Orchestra, expressed concerns. While innovation in art cannot be understated, we shouldn't abandon our rich heritage in classical arts. These traditions are a cornerstone of our cultural identity. Oh, I see. Support burgeoning street art movements, including graffiti and other experimental art forms, has traditionalists up in arms. So they weren't really, it seems from this that the way I'm taking this is Elizabeth Hoffman was not really doing what she was doing in order to support the arts that were dying. It seems like she did because she was like, fuck graffiti. Jackson Miller Literature art is constantly evolving. That's true. The city's support for modern art reform reflects the changing dynamics of our community. That is also true. In my city, they support graffiti. Is it being overshadowed? Is a local ballet getting overshadowed because they are, the city supports graffiti? Classical arts and modern expressions can coexist, but not one is favored over the other. I don't think they're favoring it just because they're saying, yeah, graffiti's alright. That's crazy. Maybe my take is incorrect. I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of... Well, I'm hoping that this is the biggest extent of writing... of reading that the game has. I'm hoping that it's like, this is it in terms of the extensive reading. Alright, view from outside the Azure Sky Motel. February 7th, Rosamanda Taylor, age 47, was found down by Robert Tippett, the owner of the hotel. Taylor was stabbed to death, blood everywhere, like a goddamn butcher room. The city is going to hell. You go ahead and print that. Neighbors report hearing a commotion. No one investigated. She has a husband, 2 children. They declined being interviewed. Husband was obtained. If you have any information about the murder, contact this number. The Dreamers Express rolled out. Bus service connecting Cassidy to Los Angeles. Interesting. Okay. Cool. Cool. Deborah Sinclair book signing, big success. Midnight and Me. Alright, cool. I think that's all the victims. Good lord. Woo!
All right, that should be everything on the microfilms. I think I'll continue to focus on gathering information today and then head to each of the murder sites tomorrow.
Okay. Collected all of the newspaper articles. Okay. Let's look at our notebook. Follow up on clues. Okay, so let's, if we can, I want to go back to Claire. I think that was her last name. Okay, look at these. Hunt down and kill her own father after he becomes possessed by a Wendigo. Lonely couple falls in love after meeting in a weird dream. The pair becomes obsessed with uniting the real world while posed about Evertoon by Mr. Clock, a mysterious more. Hannah's dating life has been a whirlwind of charm, mystery, of romance. Beneath are different from there's no. Interesting. For the sake of mental clarity, David Walker leaves accessible business behind to retreat to a remote forest cabin. First, okay. Just seeing if there's a traveling magician and illusionist solves crimes around America using deduction and trickery. Europe. Jail, framed for murder. Storm chaser. It's freaking me out a little bit that I was just talking about you actually, Jay, but I was just talking to you about my book ideas and my plot lines, all this stuff, and like this, the vibe of like Storm Chaser, like this topic came up about writing. That makes me laugh. 3 estranged friends reunite. Unbound. This one, long-awaited autobiography. Okay. Right. I don't think there's anything else in the library. I'm the silly guy crime solver. Alright, let's see if we can ask this motherfucker anything else, and then we'll leave the library.
One more thing.
Yes?
Okay. Yeah, let's ask about
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Not much, unfortunately.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I'm not...
Alright.
Are you familiar with the Azure Sky Motel?
Azure.
I'm afraid not.
Alright, so he's not very helpful to us. Alright.
Thanks.
Very well.
I think we can leave. I think we've gotten everything we needed out the library. Ooh! That was such a heavy, like my throat, like I might actually go make more tea. So do we just, oh okay, but she said we're not going to these places until tomorrow. So I guess I can just go back home. I don't think there's anything else to do, right? Unless I wasn't done at the library and I jumped the gun.
I think I'll look into that church next, the King of Kings.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay. Oh wait, can I use the phone book and maybe call? Okay.
Great. I've got the address to the church.
Oh, nice.
I think it's time to see what I can find about...
Okay, sure.
Got the number. I'll call first. God knows I have to be careful with those last drops of gas left in the bike.
Oh, okay, so we have an official phone number now. Can I do any of these other ones?
Nope. That doesn't... Nope. Lots of Taylors in there, but no Rose.
I thought maybe we could talk to her.
I have his...
Okay, cool. So can we call?
Thank you for calling the Azure Sky Motel, your oasis in Cassidy. How may I help you?
Hi there. This is...
Dream, if I hadn't heard your voice before for some reason, I feel like this is how you would have sounded. Like if we got on like some sort of voice call for the first time and you opened your mouth and that voice came out, I would have been like, oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Kathy
Vibes.
Rain from Rain Investigations. I have some questions.
All right, then.
Yeah, let's ask.
What can you tell me about your motel?
The Azure Sky is a long-time family business. We've been serving tenants faithfully for over 40 years now.
Oh, wow, quite a while. So, how many tenants do you have?
We don't keep records of the number of tenants, but we have 50 rooms of varied sizes. We're about 3/4 full, but expecting to be fully booked during tourist season in the summer.
Wait, tourists actually come to Cassidy? Somebody deserves a raise for one hell of a marketing campaign.
No patriot of the community, huh? That's a shame. This city has a lot more to offer than people like you give it credit for.
To each their own, I guess. Do you know anything about scrying mirrors?
Only that our psycho killer enjoys breaking them around his victims.
Oh, sorry, I keep accidentally clicking the dialogue.
So, I hear that one of your tenants was murdered back in February? Rose Taylor.
No shit. Here I thought the boys in blue ransacked this whole place
I
just
kind
for
of really
shits
like the
and
motel
giggles.
guy.
That happens more often than you
He's
think.
giving
Come on, man.
responses that I
Help a
would.
girl out.
No shit.
Sorry for the attitude, but you know you're the umpteenth person to ask about that, right?
I get that, so how about we stick with the short version?
Fine. No, I don't know anything that isn't in the papers. No, you can't see the room. It's rented out. And even if you did go in there, there's nothing that the cops or cleaners haven't removed since friggin' February.
Understood. So, what about the next of kin? She had a husband, right?
And 2 kids?
Yeah, he came by later to pick up the personal effects. I just met the guy for a few minutes.
Did you catch his name?
I did, but I don't think he'd appreciate me giving out his name to some random lady on the phone. No offense.
I am a bit offended, actually. I'm not some random lady. I'm a licensed private investigator, and a renowned one at that. Ever hear of the Whitmore affair?
That does sound familiar.
Well, that was me. Now, here's a friendly piece of advice. Choose the path of least resistance. I can be a much bigger pain in the ass than this Mr. Taylor, believe me.
All right, fine. It's Orson.
I would have hung
Orson
up on her.
Taylor.
That wasn't so hard, was it?
I
Thanks,
hung
buddy.
up on her
Appreciate
ass.
it.
Love her to death, but sometimes is really annoying.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
I know more than I'd like to. I could have gone without a close view of his handiwork, that's for sure.
I can imagine. A brutal stabbing, I take it?
No offense, but I'd rather not go over that again. It's all in the papers, if you're so dead set on getting all the gory details.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Orson Taylor, Rose's husband?
Nothing much. Like I said, I only saw the guy once, a week or so after the murder.
Okay. How do you seem?
Like you'd expect. Messed up. Couple of kids, too. Breaks my heart, truth be told.
So, if Rose was married and had 2 children, what was she doing in your motel?
Now that's the million-dollar question, ain't it? You'll get no answer from me, even if I could keep track of all of our tenants. I don't make a habit of sticking my nose in their
Right, I was
personal
about to
affairs.
say, like...
Huh. Was she a regular then?
I was about to say that there's no good time to speak, but this is me, like, when I was working my long retail shifts. I would also stay on the phone for a while. It's
Not
more
really,
interesting than just
a couple
standing
of
at the
bookings
desk.
in January and February. Look, I think I've said enough. Any other questions? We need to wrap this up. I've got calls on the other line.
Nope. That's it. I don't have anything else to say. I guess I could ask about...
I don't want to ask him.
Okay. Then
That's
no.
all, thanks.
You're welcome. Have a great day now.
Hydrate and posture check. Done. I guess we can call the husband. Be polite,
All right,
Kathy.
found the husband's number. Here's hoping he's
Please.
willing to talk to me.
He's in mourning. Don't be a dick. Be nice.
You've reached the Taylors. No one's home right now, but if you leave your details after the beep, I'll get back to you.
Hi, Mr. Taylor. This is Kathy Rain, private investigator. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions. You can reach me at 555-142-062. Thanks in advance. Bye.
That's probably the most polite.
I think I followed up on what I can today for each of the different victims. Just one thing left to do. I noticed that the Gazette had the best coverage of the Soothsayer out of all the city papers.
Did it?
I think it's time to pay a dear old friend a visit.
Wait, who's the old friend of the Gazette? Is it Eileen? Is it your girlfriend? Who is it? Oh wait, no, Mildred. Say hi to Mildred. Mildred!
Plotting world domination as usual, Mildred?
Oh,
I better get those pets in then.
cute. Alright. I don't think I checked the newspaper rack the first time.
Daily papers from the last couple weeks. They have, accidentally...
Okay. Better be Eileen. Let's go. Eileen.
All right, here we are.
That better not be her
Let's
family.
see how E is doing.
That better not be her family. No! I mean, if it's like... Oh my god, this is... Crazy!
Hey, Art, what's a synonym for disappointing?
Your outfit?
Rude.
Now that's just mean.
Sorry, Summers, couldn't resist. Let me think.
Just listen to
Disheartening, dismaying, dissatisfactory?
I think I'm looking for a stronger statement.
Then I'd go with depressing, distressing, or maybe demoralizing.
Demoralizing. Yes, perfect. Thanks, Art.
Anytime, kiddo. Wordspace is acting up again. What was that stupid shortcut to reset the layout?
This old screensaver.
Control-Shift-L, I think.
Oh, what the heck? Now it's freaking...
Try hitting escape.
Oh. Alright then. Whew.
If I click on this family photo and it talks about her husband or a spouse in any capacity, if for some reason
I adore this new office. Finally out of that gloomy dungeon, eh, Art?
You could say that again. I bitched to McAvoy about that moldy cave for a decade, but it wasn't until you rookies piled on that he got his thumb out of his ass.
I don't blame him, Art. You complain a lot.
Oh, forgive me for having standards, Summers. You should be thanking me for saving you from lung cancer.
if she's married to a woman, I'll forgive her. But if it's like romantic,
How's that?
A few family photos.
Oh, okay.
Eileen's got a
So it's
big
like siblings.
Christian family.
Agatha?
Man, her brother is a hunk.
Yes, that's...
Wouldn't mind getting some of that.
Kathy, you love Eileen. Don't start with me, please.
She kinda died. I forgot her
Oh,
at
she's
home
answering
when I went to
us.
church.
Oh, no,
My
she's-
deepest condolences.
Answering
Will
him.
there be a ceremony?
They have a lot to talk about. I'm
Very
let them
funny.
Get it out.
It was a research project. You know I have to stay up to date on pop culture.
Sure. Keep telling yourself that, Summers.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk to her. I gotta know. Eileen!
Hello, sunshine. How's my favorite Christian reporter?
She's so cute with her haircut.
Oh, what do you want, Kathy? I'm on a deadline here.
Oh my god.
No small talk, huh? Can't I check in on a friend?
Oh my gosh.
I wish, but we both know you only show up when you need something.
Short red hair, the glasses, and the cross necklace.
Well, I did have something I wanted to talk to you about.
Their breakup was so
Let's
bad.
hear it then.
Oh my gosh. Objects in the environment? Like around? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Okay,
What's your opinion on art?
Oh, he's a great journalist. I have a lot to learn from him.
But
No buts, Kathy. Stop trying to stir up trouble.
still keeping that little bugger around, huh?
Oh, I wouldn't part with Ribbit for the world.
I'm afraid.
I don't want to ask her about that. I don't want to. This is a nice place you've got here.
I guess. Beats the basement office we had before.
I fear the lesbian fan art that I will be making about these two is gonna be earth-shattering.
I should probably look.
Okay,
Hey, your brother's pretty hot.
Kathy!
Mind if I...
You stupid
Not a chance, Kathy.
Kathy, your ex is right here. Don't ask about her.
I don't want to ask her. Hey, do you...
Oh, okay. Her business card.
Hey, E.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's ask her about the stuff we can. There needs to be a line right here that says breakup. What were we? Oh my god.
What do you know about the
Fury is
Soothsayer?
right.
The serial killer? But... Oh no, it's that stupid reward, isn't it?
You betcha. Money in the bank, baby.
Oh, brother. I'd say this is a terrible idea, Kathy, but
I can't wait
it's
for
not
the
like you listen to me
flashback
anyway.
that we're gonna get.
Oh, come on, Eileen. Don't be like that.
No, don't even go there. Do you know how many times I had to go to HR to get people to stop quoting that stupid song?
Poor old Johnny Ray. Sounded sad up on the radio.
Art, make her stop.
Why? It's not a half bad performance.
You guys are like peas in a pod.
Ugh, well, now I lost my groove. I hope you're happy.
Ecstatic. Are you done wasting my time now?
Oh, lighten up, E. Aren't you thrilled about another big case? Teaming up, just like old times?
You can't just pretend nothing happened, Kathy. You fired me, remember?
Why?
I'll unfire you?
She fell in love with her.
Yeah, right. How do you even know you'll get that reward? This is Cassidy we're talking about.
I was thinking the same thing, but Lucas did his homework. He says this new mayor is the real deal.
That silly old man. He just wants one last case with his protege before retirement, even if it means you'll get yourselves serial killed.
And I'm all here for it.
Of course you are. It's not like self-preservation is anywhere on your hierarchy of needs.
Can't argue with that. So, speaking of my
Speaking of my needs, I need you.
needs, what do you know about Cassidy's most prolific murderer?
Not much. You should ask Art. He's much more up to date on that stuff, being our crime correspondent and all.
Oh my gosh.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
I like her books, but I don't care much for celebrity gossip. Awful thing that happened to her, though.
What do you know about the woman who was burned alive by the Soothsayer?
Oh, nothing. I hope that horrible demon is caught soon.
Weird.
What do you know about Benedict Townsend, the murdered deacon?
I don't know anything about that poor man.
Hey, you're a Christian. What does a deacon actually do?
It depends on the denomination, but a deacon belongs to a church and can practically do the same work as a priest, with the exception of sermons and rites.
Interesting, thanks.
Scrying mirrors?
Are you familiar with scrying mirrors?
Probably not.
I think so, yeah. You
Oh,
mean the black ones
never mind.
made out of obsidian, right?
Yep. What do you know about them?
Not a lot. I know they've been around since ancient times and that they're quite popular in New Age culture today. My friend Meadow is totally into that stuff. I bet she'd talk your ear off about it.
Oh? Sounds great. Where can I find her?
Let me call her tonight and ask first, okay? She can be a bit peculiar about things.
Sure. Not a problem.
This feels gay. I don't know how to. I need them to be together so bad.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
I'm not. My family, we're Protestants.
Do you know anything about Eric Holloway, one of the Soothsayer victims?
Not really. I'm sure you know more about him than me.
What do you know about Rose Taylor, the first Soothsayer victim?
She worked as a nurse, I think. Other than that,
She did, didn't she? I thought so too. I'm reading too much into it. I'm forcing my needs too much onto them. But she did sound a little bit like, oh, a friend? Okay.
don't know much.
Have you heard of the Azure Sky Motel?
That's where one of those serial killings happened, right?
Yeah.
They look
Thought
so
it sounded
good together.
familiar.
They look
I don't know anything else
so
about
good
it,
together.
though.
Look at them! They look so good together.
I don't want to ask her about that.
I cannot. Ugh.
I'll let you get back to your work.
All right, see you later.
Don't piss me off, Kathy. You guys belong together.
Art Hopkins. Just the man I need to see.
That's so. This better be good.
Alright.
What do you know about the Soothsayer?
What do I know? I made the Soothsayer. Before me, he was the Mirror Murderer, the Cassidy Ripper, or whatever derivative moniker those dullards at the Times or the Sun can muster up.
Oh, wow. So, what's your take on the guy?
I could see right through you, Rain. You're a bad apple, and it stinks all the way up here. Finally got a whiff of that reward, huh?
Can't blame a girl for trying. You've got your sights on that money too, huh?
Who doesn't? It's 200 fucking grand. I got a juicy new lead, too.
A new lead, huh? I doubt it's that impressive.
Nice try. I'm not gonna slip up. Word of advice, go back to your cheaters and insurance frauds.
You completely just... Like... I was like really zoning out with this guy talking. But when you said he sounds like he's doing a Bakugo impression, I suddenly locked the fuck in. And now I'm paying so close attention.
And leave the Soothsayer to the big boys.
Let's imagine Bakugo's here.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair? The most recent
Let's
Soothsayer
pretend
victim?
Bakugo's here.
Don't waste your breath about the Soothsayer. I'm not gonna say squat.
Unfortunately, especially when he hit the don't and the squat, it unfortunately sounded very much like
What
an
do you know
anime.
about scrying mirrors?
Certainly more than you. I'd be surprised if you ever picked up a book.
Wait, I need to hold on. I'm so sorry. Hold on, we're taking a short intermission so I can Google the voice actor. Voice actor. Real quick, it'll be real fast. I'm just doing a quick little... Oh, I can't, okay. I couldn't quickly find the Googleable answer to who You're good. I couldn't find an answer to, it was just me saying I couldn't find an answer to The question of who the voice actor is. I couldn't find it. Oh my god. But it does, like, unfortunately, it does. Now I can't get it out of my head. It does sound like Bakugo.
Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic
Oh my
Church?
God. If I close my
Don't waste your breath about the Soothsayer. I'm not gonna say squat.
What do you know about the...
Stop wasting.
Alright. So he's not gonna answer.
I don't need to...
Alright, so I think... Oh, wait. Let's ask him about maybe some of this stuff.
How do you think Eileen is doing here?
I don't gossip about coworkers. Take that shit somewhere else.
See, that sounded not at all like Bakugo, but there are a couple lines that he hits where they're very crisp. And they sound like Bakugo.
That's a Michiru Pro, right? Early edition?
Correct. You got an eye for quality.
Force of habit. A PI with blurry pictures wouldn't last very long.
Does he want to talk about the camera?
I think my Michiru is a newer model than yours, Art.
Newer doesn't equal better, numbnuts. Are you really that desperate to show off?
Says the guy with his high school sports trophy on full display.
Oh, shut up.
Got your ass. Tase him.
Oh, I'm sure he'd love that. An easy excuse for calling security on me.
I don't think there's anything to talk to him about.
I should probably look... Alright,
Okay.
Wait, I want to see what is this framed article.
I remember that. Something about a corrupt church. When the story broke, the place was shut down and some of the higher-ups went to jail.
No, the ASMR. You're so right. Oh my god.
Can I pick your brain for...
You're what?
Oh my god, it's fucking with, it's killing me.
That's quite the story.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, are we trying to, can we ask all of these or do we have to pick one?
It must have taken ages to break that story, right?
Half a year undercover. Now that's a proper investigation.
That's dedication. Lots of...
Ugh, too many. I could feel my gray matter shrinking with every psalm, hymn, and other delusion thrown my way.
Oh, okay. Wait, so we had the choice to badmouth the church, and Eileen reacted. So I bet it's good that we chose the option that wasn't really
What made you
bad-mouthing
decide
the
to
church.
investigate the church?
Are we building a romance?
I had a family member in
I'm
that parish.
delusional.
They told me some strange stories. Didn't take long for my reporter's instinct to kick in.
Wait, is this romance? Is there romance in this? Because one of these is anti-Eileen and one of these is pro. Let's test it out. Wait, can I save? Oh, I can't save right now. Let's test it out. Let's do pro-church. If it gets us to a romance with Eileen, I'll say whatever she needs me to say.
Oh. Must have been tough to ruin a loved one's place of worship.
They're better off, believe me. I'd prefer to keep them out of organized religion altogether, but at least now they're no longer associated with goddamn criminals.
What are we doing this for? Because she's reacting each time.
What was the fallout? Some people were arrested, right?
If by some you mean a lot, yeah. 12 people charged, 9 convicted, and about 100 years of prison time sentenced in total.
Damn. The state shut the church down too,
Was it
right?
her church? Is that why she's
Oh,
reacting?
sure did.
I'm delusional that it's building a romance. Okay. That's a shame. They didn't have to punish the whole congregation. They should bulldoze the whole block and turn it into a parking lot. Okay, so what happens if we follow through with the thought of pro-religion for Eileen? Like, does she get mad and, like, stomp away and then we, like, snoop her desk? Or is this, like, again, delusionally building to a relationship?
That's a shame. They didn't have to punish the whole congregation just because the leadership was corrupt.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about. That place was rotten to the core.
I mean, the 7-year-old children going to the church were not a problem. Is that it? Do we... So now can I, like...
Alright.
Up.
Can I talk to her about that? That was weird that she reacted. Do we respond?
Hey, E, one more thing.
Yeah?
Do we talk to her about the article? Or...
Man, I'm itching to know what Art's new lead on the Soothsayer is.
I bet, but I wouldn't know anything about that. Not that he's been my favorite person lately.
You could still find out, right? Don't you want to ruffle that arrogant prick's feathers a bit?
Oh, well,
Pretty please.
okay, fine. I'll try, but no promises.
You're the best.
Either that or I'm just a slow learner.
Alrighty, it's getting late. I'm gonna get out of your hair before
Don't
Art
leave.
rats
No,
me
I
out
wanna
and
find out
calls
what the fuck it was
security.
about.
Oh, he wouldn't do that. He's not as bad as you think, Kathy. You guys are actually
I want to know
quite alike.
why she reacted.
Oh God, you better take that back before you make me take up smoking again.
Huh. I have no doubt you'll be able to resist the temptation. Bye, Kathy.
That was flirty! That was flirty! That was a flirt! That was a flirty thing to say! Date her!
Bye.
Oh, they love each other. No, I want to. Oh my gosh. It's gonna bother me that I didn't figure out why she reacted to what we were saying. Ooh, this is pretty. Evening 1. Okay, so day 1. We get a day and then we get an evening. Was it the husband? Maybe the church.
Rain Investigations.
Eileen?
Kathy? It's me, Eileen.
Hey, E. What's up?
Oh, you know, just burning the midnight oil. So, I wanted to let you know that I found Art's new lead on the Soothsayer.
Amazing. Do tell.
Well, you know those people who were killed? Apparently, they were all under the influence of some sort of illegal drug.
Interesting. What type of drug?
I'm not sure, but this toxicology report here says that the street name is Pyre.
Never heard of that one. I better go ask Lionel.
Lionel? Who is that?
See, why does she care? Lionel? Who's Lionel? Why do you care if you're not in love?
My drug... Well,
My drug
a friend of mine, that's all.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'd say you should take better care of yourself, Kathy, but you've heard it all before.
Pretty much, but seriously, thanks, E. I owe you one.
Are you a date?
Don't worry about it. Oh, and by the way, you know Meadow, that friend I was telling you about?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about her?
She said you can come see her tomorrow. She's got an RV over on the west side, Sycamore Lane 21.
That was romancy. It feels very
Perfect.
romancy.
I'll go talk to her
I'm
in the
not
morning.
crazy.
Okie dokie. I gotta get back to work now, but I guess I'll see you around.
You bet. Catch you later, E.
Bye, Kathy.
They love each other. You bitches love each other. Do not get me started. Do not get me started.
Pyre, huh? I better call the cop shop and ask Josh about that.
Okay. You do it now? Or are we supposed to end the evening? Oh, she's gonna do it automatically. Okay, cool. I was talking breathy.
You've reached Detective Everett, Narcotics. I'm not available right now. Please leave a message after the beep.
Hey, Josh, this is Kathy Rain. Been a while, huh? Let's meet and catch up. I have something I want to run by you. Hit me up at my work number, will ya? Okay, bye. All right, I guess that's that. Let's see if Lionel is at his usual spot.
Oh, the drug dealer? Okay, nice. But we gotta pet the cat before we leave.
I've already caught myself a little serial killer, haven't I? Your secret's safe with me.
If they don't end up together by the end of this game, I will leave a mediocre review. I swear to God. Alright, drug dealer. Whoa! Downtown, huh? Okay, very nice. Cigarette machine.
Rockports and other cheap brands.
Oh. Do we cross the street? No? It's just to mess with?
Looks like a seedy place. Pawn shops like this tend to be involved in all kinds of shady business. Hey, what's up, Lionel?
Hey, girlfriend. You here for the white stuff?
Oh.
Not this time, buddy.
Cocaine? Wait, hold on. She
Oh,
does cocaine?
you broke?
She does cocaine?
Well, I am, but
That's
that's
crazy.
not...
You just broke. Well, I ain't giving you a tab. I'd never see my money back. No offense.
I don't want a fucking coke tab, Lionel. I just had some questions.
Oh, what's with the hostility, girl? There's no reason to be unsavory among friends.
Sorry, rough day. Can I run something by you?
We're just
Go
casually
on
doing
then.
cocaine is so
I
crazy. to
suppose
me.
I got some time to spare.
He does. Dream, you are making the most peak references of all time in this fucking stream. First Bakugo, and then Saints Row. Oh my god, okay. So let's start.
What's your
just start
take
from
on the
top.
Soothsayer?
That creepy motherfucker got the whole town on edge, don't he? Funny how City Hall didn't give a damn until one of those celebrity types got killed. Embarrassing look for the city, huh? I suppose it was just a matter of time until Cassidy got our own Ted Bundy. Place like this, with no hope, breeding ground for psychos.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair, the latest Soothsayer victim?
Look, I don't know nothing about those murders, victims, whatever. Don't bring that shit up with me.
What do you know about scrying mirrors?
Nothing. What is that? Some new age shit?
Oh, never mind. Are you familiar with the King of Kings Catholic Church?
You ain't serious, right? Do you remember who you talking to?
Oh, forget it then.
You can be a drug dealer and still know what a church is, or like the name of a popular church. Dummy.
Are you familiar with the Azure Sky Motel?
Nah, haven't heard of the place.
There's a crack
I
in
don't
the
need to
eye.
ask him about that.
Okay, what about this?
Do you know Pyre?
Oh yeah. Strong trip, they say. I'd love to get my hands on some of that.
Hard to come by, I take it?
No doubt. I never got so much as a whiff of the stuff.
Oh, really? Who's slinging?
No one I know. Sketchy motherfuckers, though, whoever they are.
How so?
Well, for one, you won't find them on the corner like us, regular hard-working candy men.
Yeah, you're all salt of the earth. How do they conduct business then?
Well, they pretty much don't.
I'm not following.
Well, join the club, 'cause it's some real candid camera shit. Every now and then, one of them dope fiends starts yapping on about some creepy fucker giving them Pyre, and it's always on the house. Trying to run an honest pusher out of business.
Some kind of obtuse marketing tactic?
If it is, those people sure as hell ain't capitalizing on it.
Some half-assed DEA honeypot operation then?
No way. The feds don't give a fuck about Cassidy, trust me.
Who are these fiends then? Got any names?
Nah, I don't ask for names. And the junkie clientele all look the same to me, no offense.
Haha. So you don't know anyone who could get Pyre? Some drug dealer you are.
No, I didn't say that. There is this one person who just might be able to pull it off.
Yeah?
A friend of the boss. Ultra-wealthy connoisseur. Tries everything once, apparently. Rich. I mean old money rich. Deeply connected.
Quite the sales pitch. Are you gonna give me a name or just leave a girl hanging in suspense?
Now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Surely a gumshoe such as yourself is well aware that information is a commodity.
I told you, I'm fucking broke, Lionel.
The
And
eye
I ain't
roll.
deaf. We're talking a simple exchange. If you find out who's slinging Pyre, you send the Love Lion a word.
Deal. Load a guy's name, please.
It ain't a guy, strictly speaking. It's one of those, transsexual types.
I think that's a great place to take a small break. I'm gonna make some more tea and we'll be right back. Oh my gosh. I'm back. 10 p.m. here is the time to feed the cat and went ahead and got her food and water, and then eating myself up some pizza, and I got a Coke Zero because I am going to need a little bit stronger of caffeine to handle however they are going to address transgender people in this game. We're gonna see how positive or negative it's going to be. Crossing my fingers for positive, but we'll see.
Prefers to go by the name Hannah Verdue.
Verdue? That rings a bell. Some French family, right? Mine owners?
You tell me. Sounds about right.
So what do you know about Hannah Verdue?
Not much, but I know she owns and runs a place on the south side, the Club of Hearts.
Catchy name. Casino?
Poetry club, if you can believe that.
I can. Sure sounds like an appropriate waste of money for a Verdue.
Yeah, I suppose those motherfuckers ran out of rooms to put golden bathtubs in.
Either that or mammoth wool rug suddenly went out of style. So that poetry club, do you know where it is?
South side, that's all I know. Never patronized myself.
You sell a lot of gold to the owner of this place?
On occasion. Sometimes my clientele prefer to pay with wares of questionable origin.
Fast cash. This sign mocks me.
Short on dough, huh? That ain't a problem. You just gotta loosen up your moral compass is all.
Would if I could, but I think that thing's way too loose already.
I sincerely doubt that, girl. You play tough, but you ain't fooling anybody. Deep down, you a softie.
Deep
Oh,
down,
quiet you.
you're a lesbian.
How does the owner of this place feel about you doing your business here?
Oh, he's more than fine with it. We've got one of those mutually beneficial arrangements.
This place is pretty well fortified, huh?
Girl, you lost? This ain't exactly Beverly Hills.
You're not smoking nasty old Rockports from that machine, are you?
Very funny. You know the Love Lion's got impeccable taste in tobacco. Only the best imports.
Oh my god. I don't think I need to do anything with these. Done 'em.
Still carrying that little zapper? Just say the word, and the Love Lion will get you some real iron.
Thanks, but there's no need. If I'd want to go down that road, I got a license for concealed carry.
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. Later, Lionel.
Until next time, hot stuff.
Oh, I do need to stretch. My shoulders are so tight, intense. The last like 3 months of school were so stressful that I think I started walking with a hunch. Okay, so I can push this, but for what reason can I push this? I'm just gonna keep pushing it till I get an achievement, which I'm assuming is the purpose. Yep. Disco lights. Abuse your pedestrian privileges. There we go. Achievements can't hide from me. Oh, it's nighttime. Do we just go back home? What's on my list? Look up club at office. Oh, okay. Club of Hearts.
All right, found an address. They're not open until Friday night, though. Guess I'll have to wait a couple of days.
Okay.
Ugh, I'm beat. You want to hit the sack, girl? Come on, then.
Cute. This music's scary. They're just sleeping. Why is the music so ominous?
So, there's something I need to tell you.
Yeah, I know, kid. Time to move on, huh?
Yeah. Is it that obvious?
I wouldn't be much of a PI if I couldn't see the writing on the wall for this one. It was nice having you around, though, kid. You spruced up the place, I gotta say.
Well, don't get lazy without me. I'm sure you still have a couple of years of detective work left in you.
Oh, that's all I need. Just a couple of more cases. Then I'm riding off into the sunset.
What's going on, Lucas?
No!
What do you mean? Something wrong
It's
with my
the
vacation
abortion
outfit?
hook from the first game.
I've always been a sun-kissed kind of guy.
It's the abortion hook. Finish day 1.
Okay, Kathy. Enough loitering. Time to get back out there. You've got places to be.
Okay. Of course, we gotta get Mildred a pet.
I'll let her sleep.
Oh, bitch. Alright, fine. Okay. Nice. Okay. I think this might be a good place to pause for tonight. I'm almost at 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm thinking with the pace of how long the days are taking, I'll just probably do it one day at a time. I don't know how many days are in it. Maybe a week. Maybe 7-ish, but yeah. Thank you, I agree. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. Dream, if you're invested in the story and what's going on here, please let me know what times and dates and whatnot that you are available, and I will definitely plan this around you. And worst case scenario, I am gonna make like YouTube videos of each of these parts, so it will be available in some format. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. I'm sitting eepy. Tuesday would be perfect because tomorrow I'd like to get some other stuff done. So Tuesday would be awesome. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. Thank you very much for coming by. And that was honestly, that was so much fun. I cannot wait to make a short, like a clip of the Bakugo voice thing and put in a little icon of him while that guy was talking. Yeah. But anyways, love you lots and see you later.